Good morning, students. From the part of history, today our topic of discussion is visualizing the nation. While it is easy enough to represent a ruler through a portrait or a statue, how does one go about giving a face to a nation? Artists in the 18th and 19th century found a way out by personifying a nation. In other words, they represented a country as if it were a person. Nations were then portrayed as female figures. In this part, it is said that in the earlier days, mostly in the coins or in the official documents of the rulers, the face of the rulers were portrayed. But it was not easy to change the face of the ruler to the country's symbol. Artists of 18th and 19th century, they found a way. What was the way? To personify the nation. That means country is symbolized as a person, and they portrayed the nation as the female figure. The female form that was chosen to personify the nation did not stand for any particular woman in real life. Rather, it sought to give the abstract idea of the nation a concrete form. That is, the female figure became an allegory of the nation. But in this female figure, no real life female was portrayed. It was an imagination they tried to portray, and with that imagination, they include all the qualities of the country, and that female figure became the allegory of the nation. You read in the French Revolution, artists used the female allegory to portray ideas such as liberty, justice, and the republic. These ideals were represented through specific objects or symbols. As you would remember, the attributes of liberty are the red cap or the broken chain, while justice is generally a blindfolded woman carrying a pair of weighing scales. In class 9, the French Revolution chapter, you read about the symbols used by the French people. Many of the symbols were there, like red cap, broken chain, then eyes within the triangle, then the omen figures that's were there in the French Revolution. Similar female allegories were invented by artists in the 19th century to represent the nation. In France, she was Christine Marion, a popular Christian name which underlined the idea of a people's nation. So, what's the name of the female allegory of France? That is Christine Marion. Her characteristics were drawn from those of liberty and the republic. The red cap, the tricolor, the cockade statues of Marion were erected in public squares to remind the public of the national symbol of unity and to persuade them to identify with it. Marian images were marked on coins and stamps. So many more qualities included in these characters, like as the Marian's allegory was made, so there the red cap, tricolor, cockade, all these were included, and this is included to remember the people about the national symbol and unity. Marian image also marked in the coins and stamps. Similarly, Germania became the allegory of the German nation. So the female allegory of Germany is Germania. In visual representation, Germania wears a crown of oak leaves, as the German oak stands for heroism. In the female allegory of Germania, the female allegory were wearing a crown with oak leaves, and as German oak, it stands for heroism. It symbolizes heroism. So allegory, the meaning is here given when an abstract idea is expressed through a person or a thing. When abstract idea, that is which is not visualized earlier, expressing through a person or a thing, that is called allegory. An allegorical story has two meanings, one literal and one symbolic. It has two meanings. One is the literal meaning and another is the symbolic meaning. Now, Germania, below the picture figure 17, you see the artist prepared this painting of Germania on a cotton banner as it was meant to hang from the ceiling of the Church of St. Paul, where the Frankfurt Parliament was convened in March 1848. It was made on a cotton banner so that it can be hanged, and the portrait was made by Philip Waite in 1848. Do you know about the female allegory of India? That is Bharat Mata. Different time. If Now we are not in Indian history, but still I'm saying it. Different time, the image of Bharat Mata portrayed differently. It symbolizes the situation to unite the people. Same way, when we are trying to make all the people together, then we need to visualize the nation, and that we discussed in the case of France and German. This much for today. In the next class we will discuss about nationalism and imperialism. Thank you.